guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video, and we are doing another TBR jar video. It's been a few months since I've done one of these. I just really wanted to pick out some books with you guys. I did not do a TBR last month. I've kind of just been like not very motivated when it comes to reading, so I'm hoping that this will help me to like actually have some books that I want to get to and I'm really excited to read. Just have more of a focus than like having all of these and not know where to start, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is actually my TBR here. Let me put you guys back a little bit more. So yeah, I ended up moving my books from the cart onto the space just because I had so much room on this wall that I wanted to fill another one of my bookshelves. I had enough to fill basically the whole entire thing of all TBR books, books that I haven't read yet, and then the books that I do pick, I'm just gonna put them here on my cart, and I'll do that monthly just so I have a specific spot with all of the books that I can kind of gravitate towards. Yeah, also I'm really sorry if you can hear my heat going on. It's like there's a vent literally right over there, and I don't know if it's loud in the video at all, but I'm so excited. All right, I have my TBR jar here. If you don't know, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to pick out a certain number of prompts from here. Based on the prompt that I get, I'm going to look at all of these books and see which one best fits that prompt that I want to read, and then we will add it. I'm super excited. Let's go ahead and get into the first one. A book that involves kids. Okay. This is interesting. I feel like I'm going to have to do some digging. Actually, this one involves kids. The Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've heard this is like an FBI type of series. I don't know if you'd consider them kids, but like high schoolers that are chosen by these people to like analyze certain cases and try to solve cold cases. And I think that's what it's about. 17-year-old, so I don't know if I'd consider that a kid. I guess I'm gonna try to look for something younger. Literally, I took one look at this book and the first word that I saw in the back was kids. So, Romance Channel screenwriter Nora Hamilton knows the formula for love better than anyone. But when her too-good-to-work husband leaves her and her 2 kids, Nora turns her marriage's collapse into the best script of her life. Okay, so this is definitely involving kids. I don't know how much involvement they will have, but I'm so excited to add this actually because I read one of Annabelle Monaghan's books a few months ago and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars, so I'm really excited to get into another one of her books. I read Summer Romance by her a few months ago and it was so good. That one also involved kids, but this is book number 1. Also, one more thing, I am really sorry if there's an echo in here. I just recently moved in, hence the new background, and I have not put anything on the walls yet, so it may be a little bit echoey. But yeah, if you guys want to know why I'm in a new space, when I got here, go watch my last video. It is a moving vlog and it kind of explains everything. So anyways, let's get to book number 2. I hope it's another new one. Oh yay. A pink book. Okay, this is very specific and easy. I don't have many. Okay, let's go ahead and go through them. I have Wild Love by Elsie Silver, which is the first book in her new series, the Rose Hill series. So that's an option. I also have My Magnolia Summer by Victoria Benton Frank. I'm not even gonna look twice at that one because it's a summer romance and I'm not really feeling summery books right now. We also have The Gracier, which is a fantasy dystopian book. Not sure too much about this. So in this story, when girls turn 16, they are banished for a year to go and release their magic into the wild so they can return purified and ready for marriage. And it says, but not all of them will make it home alive. So I've had this actually on my TBR for a really long time, so I think I'm gonna do this one. The other options were All That We Never Were by Alice Cullen. I don't know why I still have this book, honestly. I feel like I should probably get rid of it because I don't know if I'll ever read it. I just really have not heard much about it. And then I also have Butcher and Blackbird, but I'm not really in the mood for a dark romance either. So I think we're gonna add The Gracier, and I actually don't think I've ever added this to a TBR of mine, so I need to get this off of my TBR. I've had it for a long time, so this is a good one to add. So we have a romance and a dystopian so far. I think I'm gonna do 5 prompts because it's already the 7th. I don't really have a ton of time to read, especially with the holidays. Free pick. Okay, I love when I get this. It's always so fun. So that means that I can pick anything off of here. There's a book that I really want to read on here. I think I'm gonna pick it. This one was actually a pretty easy option. I'm actually gonna do The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. This is the second book after Once Upon a Broken Heart, which I read a few months ago, and I've been meaning to pick this up so badly, and I haven't yet, so I really want to read this. I loved Once Upon a Broken Heart. I think I gave it like 4.5 stars. It was so good and just kept me like so engaged and so interested in the story. It's a fantasy book, if you don't know. She also wrote the Caraval series, which I read like over a year ago. That series was okay. Definitely wasn't anything that was like my favorite, but this one I'm loving so far. And this is kind of like a spin-off of the Caraval series, so if you are wanting to read this series, I would read Caraval first because there's a lot of information in that kind of carries over onto this. But I'm so excited to continue this. There are 3 books total, so this is the second one, and I'll have one more to read after this, which I don't have yet. I'm waiting for the paperback copy to come out before I purchase it, so. But yay, I'm so excited. The Ballad of Never After is added. Right, let's do, we got 2 more to pick. I'm not doing that one. It says a book with fall vibes, so that's probably an old one that I have in here. A book you've just bought. Okay, this is gonna be hard because I have not bought like any books recently. The most recent book that I bought was You Again by Kate Goldbeck, and it's so funny because I just had to pick a book with fall vibes, and this is literally fall vibes as well. But I saw somebody review this. I think it was Haley Pham, and she really enjoyed this, and that's what pushed me to want to buy it. Like the quotes that she was getting out of here just sounded so good. I think I'm gonna choose this one actually. All right, there is book number 4. I think that's the only one that I've bought recently. I have not bought any books in a really long time because I haven't been reading. A hardcover book. Okay, that's a good one. So let's look at my hardcovers. I don't have very many. We have Lessons in Chemistry, Mary Jane, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. We have Heartless Hunter, which is a fantasy. And then the last one that I have is First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston, which is a mystery thriller. I don't know which one to do, guys. My first instinct is to pick the mystery thriller because I don't have one of those on my list so far for the month. I definitely don't want to do the fantasy because I already have a dystopian and a fantasy. But I'm like, I could do a literary fiction, which is all of these up here. I've really been wanting to read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, but this is a really long book. Not really long, but it's 400 pages, and I don't know if I want to get into something that long. I think my best option here is going to be First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. Again, this is a mystery thriller. I'm pretty sure I can see from the cover it looks like it. I'm just going to read this because it sounds confusing. It says, the identity comes first, Evie Porter. Once she's given a name and a location by her mysterious boss, Mr. Smith, she learns everything there is to know about the town and the people in it. Then the mark, Ryan Sumner. The last piece of the puzzle is the job. Evie isn't privy to Mr. Smith's real identity, but she knows this job isn't like the others. Ryan has gotten under her skin and she's starting to envision a different sort of life for herself. But Evie can't make any mistakes, especially after what happened last time. Evie Porter must stay one step ahead of her past while making sure there's still a future in front of her. The stakes couldn't be higher, but then Evie has always liked a challenge. Why did that like still not process in my head what this is about? We're gonna add this one. This is like one of the last mystery thrillers I have on my bookshelf. I literally don't have any more after this. That's kind of crazy. I usually always have more of these. All right, I'm gonna have to get some more of those. I feel like honestly with mystery thrillers, it's so hard for me to, at this point, while I am pretty far into like my reading journey, it's hard for me to be surprised when it comes to mystery thrillers. I just read The Housemaid's Secret, which is the second book after The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and I did not enjoy that book at all for some reason. Like, I felt like it was so predictable and the main character was so frustrating with all of the things that she was doing and the things that she was saying. It was like, how gullible are you, you know? So when books are like that, it makes me not want to pick up mystery thrillers anymore. So I really hope that this one is good. I've heard mixed reviews on it. I'm actually gonna do one more because why not? Let's just have options for the month. I know I probably won't get to all of them, but just in case, I'm gonna pick one more. A book with a pretty cover. I've had this one before. There's lots of pretty covers that I like. The first one I see is The Masterpiece by Francine Rivers. I have been wanting to read another one of her books. I read Redeeming Love by her a few months ago and I just loved that book. If you don't know, she writes Christian fiction books, so all of her books are based on the Christian faith, and it was just so good, like so moving, and just warmed my heart so much. But I've been wanting to get into another one of hers, and this is one that I recently picked up. And then I also had a subscriber, I completely forgot to shout the subscriber out. If you've sent me these books, please comment down below or like DM me so I can say thank you. A subscriber sent me both of these books, which are also Christian fiction. We have Reckless Love by Kate Goodwin, and then A Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers as well. Let me see. Sarah Schuer, is that your name that sent me these? It says, "Hi Alyssa, I'm always so blessed by your content. I picked one book off your wish list and added one of my own picks. I haven't read either one, but they're high on my TBR." So thank you, Sarah, for sending me these. I appreciate you so much. I know it's kind of late that I'm saying that, but thank you. I am so grateful. But anyways, so these are more like Christian fiction that I want to read eventually. Honestly, this cover is actually really pretty too. What else has a pretty cover on it? I always say that this one has a pretty cover because the heart is like her dress actually, so it's just like shaped into a heart. I think this one's really pretty. I have been wanting to start this one. This is a romance book. This one, I also just like really love the color of this. It's just such a bright blue, and I've been wanting to read this for a while. I have 2 romances, a mystery thriller, a dystopian, and a fantasy. I have a really good mix of everything. So maybe I should add a Christian fiction because that would bring us another genre. So I think I will add The Masterpiece by Francine Rivers. So yeah, I think I'm gonna add this one. I really like this cover, like so much. So this is book 6 that we are adding, so we have lots of options. All right guys, let's go ahead and do an overview of all of the books that I picked for the month of December. The first book I picked was Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. I'm pretty sure the genre that she writes is more like women's fiction. It's definitely romance, but I feel like it focuses a lot more on like character growth. At least that's what Summer Romance was about when I read that from her. This book is also really short. It's only like 250 pages, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into another one of her books. I loved her writing so much. Like, she just had so many good quotes and so many good life lessons to take away from it, which is why I feel like it's more like a literary fiction. There just is so many good like life lessons to take out of it. So this is book number 1. This will be a 100% read during the month of December. And then we have The Grace Here by Kim Leggett. Again, this is a dystopian book. It really reminds me of Divergent. I just realized her hair is like dripping blood. Anyways, I'm really excited to knock this one off my TBR for sure. And then we have The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. I am gonna have to look back and see what how the first one ended. I definitely know that it ended like super crazy, but I'm gonna have to like actually look at my notes and see what I put, because I took very detailed notes when I read the first one, because I always forget like what happens in fantasy. I'm gonna have to do that for Fourth Wing and Iron Flame as well, because I like, obviously I know how they ended if there's something like really crazy that happens, but all the little details and stuff I forget so easily. So anyways, I'm gonna have to pick up on what happened. I just know that it was really good, and I'm really excited to continue. Next up we have You Again by Kate Goldbeck. Really not sure the plot on this. I just know that it's a romance book. Sounds like the guy is a chef, and they have absolutely nothing in common except that they happen to be sleeping with the same woman. What? Not really sure what this is about, but it'll be an interesting read, it sounds like. And then we have First Light Wins by Ashley Elston. Again, this is a mystery thriller. Not really sure what it's about based on the premise, but yeah, I like to be surprised when going into these anyways. And then lastly we have The Masterpiece by Francine Rivers. I haven't even read the back of this either. It sounds like it's about a guy named Roman. It says he has everything he could possibly want: money, women, and fame. The demons of Roman's past seem to echo through the halls of his empty mansion, and Grace is his personal assistant. She's recently divorced. The jagged pieces of both of their past slowly begin to fit together until something so unexpected happens that it changes the course of their relationship and both of their lives forever. Sounds interesting. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It keeps going in and out. Yeah, this sounds really interesting. Again, I love her books, or the one book that I did read. All right, guys, that is it for my December TBR. I hope that you guys enjoyed another one of these videos. I'm hoping to be posting at least once a week again. Probably either Wednesday or Sunday is what I'll do. I'm not sure. Definitely gonna be trying to post once a week again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.